my maiden voyage.
Now that's a mess. Let's go take all this off again. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tin Shed TV. If you didn't see last week's episode, we tried to get this thing all fired up and working. Unfortunately, it didn't go away with one of the cylinders not having compression. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and already started stripping down the driver's side of the engine. All I've got down to is the head being ready to come off. I'll take the head off in a second and we'll see what cylinder 4 looks like. Won't be able to reuse these bolts again because they've been yielded, so I gotta go get myself a new set of bolts. Alright, hopefully it shouldn't have sealed itself that tight because okay, I'm gonna go get a pry bar. There we go. See what cylinder 4 has to say. Oh. Looks alright inside on the bottom end, but we know it's a head problem, so well, straight away you can see some discoloration. Obviously this one didn't want to fire much, where these ones are all like they've actually fired, etc. I can confirm that this is the cylinder 4 head, because that is the melted bit of metal from that piston. So to the eye, it doesn't look like there's anything different if there is a bent valve. Maybe the intake valve is a little bit raised on this side. The only way to test is if I just throw some water into here, we'll see where it leaks through and which valve is actually the dodgy one. Let's pour a bit of water. We'll see where it comes through. There we go. Intake. Anything coming out the exhaust? Nothing coming out the exhaust. So our intake valve is a bit busted, eh? And just confirm again, I'll just put some more water in there. Nothing coming out the exhaust. No, that just came outside that, out the spark plug hole. So exhaust is all good. That's my intake. Intake is not good on cylinder number 4. Oh, I'll just have to go use a spare and see how it goes. So yeah, intake valve on cylinder number 4. Not good. I think I'm going to add the water test to any of my head work in the future. But for the moment, pop it out and see if it actually is bent and on the piece. Alright, so I've stolen another intake valve off the spare set of Ecotech heads here. And what I'll go do, clean that up, give it another valve lap, and do the water test again. And then we'll do some air testing. See what that looks like. Now we know exactly how much effort we need to put into this valve. And that. Alright, well, first contact, she's already done most of the actual valve, so straight away that's looking good. And then what about the seat? The seat. I'll have to do a few more passes and go on the fine grit and then do our testing. Sweet. Alright, all done, re-lapped. Let's see how my tin shed head job goes. Any water? No water. Right. I'll come back in 2 minutes and see if that pool's disappeared. Well, it's been a couple of minutes. The water has not gone down. I have no water through my intake runner. So I'm going to say that's positive. I can only test now by putting a piece of steel over the top, put some air into it, and then pressurize it, and then see what happens. Shawno's here.
Woo, yay.
More
rain.
More rain.
More car stuff.
What do you think of the valve?
It was just a little bit bent. It was a little bit airy in there. There's some air in there and a bent valve as well.
So it's cleaned up the head surface, so we're getting ready to put back on. But what do you think of my combustion chamber checker 5000?
I reckon if we check valves before we bolt engine together, we don't need one.
You can get cold around here.
Doing, doing, doing.
So all it is a piece of alloy plate, silicon for an O-ring because you ain't tin shed without goo. And we just bolt it down, stencil it out using a head gasket. I can only find a piece of metal for 2 cylinders, but bolt it down to the head, throw some compressed air in it, hope it doesn't leak out the side, and we'll see if it actually works.
Where do you get bloody valves from?
Super cheap.
Oh.
I think it's coming out the side.
No, it's coming out of that.
Oh, I didn't put a fucking dickhead. I didn't put a spark plug in there.
Oh, there's a big hole there.
There's a big hole. A huge hole.
I'm going to say the hole's about a 5/8 size, spark plug size.
Something like that. Yeah, much better. Alright. Attempt number 2 with the spark plug now. It's leaking out the O-ring. But I can't. I can't hear any like air coming out of valve. So that's just it's like a fucking whale. Anyway, that's the silicon bead not holding, but I'm not hearing any sound past the valve, which is good. Alright, let's see what it sounds like on the bottom one. Yeah, it's the same sound, it's just a gasket. Yep, it sounds exactly the same. Like the minutest bubble of... But that's over a long time, so... Perfect. I'm happy with that.
Alright, let's put the bloody thing back in there. At least you don't have to put a whole engine in, just half.
So, concept design, I'll make it properly with a proper O-ring and a proper piece of steel instead of alley. But yeah, the idea is there. The combustion chamber checker 5000. Also, tin shed hoodies, you can still get them from us.
Buy merch. Shiny.
New, fresh. Oh, God. Let me check out this shit.
Bit of copper spray on the gasket.
No, you don't have to do it. But like I say from before, I like doing it because it's the initial seal. And it works really well because it's a cunt to actually get off. Alright, where's your head? Where's the head?
Under the rag.
Oh, that's a good head job.
Should really good aluminium heads. They'd be much lighter.
Yeah, well, come on. Everyone makes dinosaur heads for V8s. Why can't they make a dinosaur head for a V6? Sorry, I'll rephrase that. Everyone makes an alloy head for a dinosaur V8. Why can't they make an alloy head for a dinosaur V6? I've had too many margaritas tonight.
Look at that. Like a glove.
Like a glove. Alright. Fuck off, Ryan.
Brisbane, the Nunshine state.
Like, come on. We're like way into May. It should be cold and dry by now. Hence, I'm starting to wear a jumper for the first time in about 6 months. But the rain just does not fuck off these days.
Brand new head studs.
Brand new head bolts. So obviously had to replace them from before because we've yielded them already. So if anyone doesn't know what yielding means, is certain bolts that aren't like super high tensile are designed to stretch. So as you tighten them and you get them to torque, you do like an extra 90 degrees. That extra 90 degrees puts stress on the bolt, which then pushes the head onto the actual engine. That's the yielding part of the bolt, and once you've used it, you can't use them again because they've already stretched. So if I was to use them again, they have the risk of snapping, and we don't want to snap head studs at 10 o'clock at night. Talk time. So it's 34 Newton meters for the first pass. So that's foot-pounds.
Do not get the two mixed up.
No, I don't. So 34 Newton meters for the first one. So that. And then, come on, cameraman, get off your chair.
Nope.
No.
I have zooming.
You can't see the head from here.
I can see this head.
People, this cameraman wants a raise apparently.
Yes, he does. Because
So-
he's getting sick of working on V6s.
Well, buy a V8 then.
No.
Oh, that's your problem.
I just have an engine that works in my car. Ev's got 3 engines, and none of them are fully functioning right now.
What are you talking about? Monora's fine.
Oh, you've got... Okay, so 3 out of your 4 engines are not functioning correctly at the moment.
Only 3 out of 4.
1. Count with me, people. 2.
Once
and
done, it doesn't count.
3. You still have the block.
I mean, that functions fine as well.
Not currently.
Well, it's not in a car.
My engine's in a car where it's supposed to be and it works.
People, all I hear is complaints in the shed.
Alright, so as you saw in the last video when I assembled, 34 newton meters first pass, 90 newton meters, do not exceed 90 newton meters on the second pass, and then 90 degrees straight after. So we've done that. And you go in from the center of the head to the outside of the head in a rotational way. So, bap, 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 bap. If you can get your thing in a coolant.
Is your stick too big?
That's the first time I heard that.
That's what she said.
Click, click.
Top one. Alright, next step.
90.
90.
It's a big jump, 34 to 90.
Oh. Just want you to make sure you're going in the right direction. Jesus.
2,000 years later.
Alright, stop.
Yeah, there we go. Head done.
Woo. That's a nice head job. Well, not yet. It's only half a head job. There's no rockers or push rods in there.
Shush you. Alright, start reassembling the Valvetrain.
Make sure I can do it properly before we put it on video.
Yeah, you finding it hard to get in the hole?
Well, no, not getting in the hole, just lining up 6 holes at once.
Ooh, we all like to line up 6 holes at once. Alright, so got our torque and the zero lash, so we've already done the first turn cylinder 2. And then we just, so that's, you can see one going up at the moment. Ah. And then the next one goes down. Yep,
That should be it.
yep, we're on the base circle now, so now we'll do those 2 up.
I need a little ugger.
Cool, and then we torque them up. Very small, only 25 newton meters plus 90 degrees yield. These are fresh bolts, I wouldn't use them again on the second bolts.
Alright, next two.
One eternity later.
Alright, gaskets are in, goo is on.
And then that should just lay down in the valley. So just start on your bottom 4 corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we go cross pattern. So right. Wait, no, it is 3/8. It is 3/8.
Yeah, why would it change from 3/8 to 10 mil?
No, because I probably didn't get on there first time properly. One. So what that does, doing the bottom 4, pulls it into the V nice and tight. And then we get the rest of our bolts. And 9 times out of 10, every hole
lines up.
Oh, we don't want that one in yet, do we?
You know what you said before?
Mm.
Practice makes perfect.
Mm.
Well, guess what? Still practicing. Wrong hole.
Wrong hole.
That one goes in the bottom one.
Oh no.
And then we find Wally around the next corner.
You gotta go hole number 2, not hole number 1. Just keep bolting and gasketing and eventually you'll get there.
And it's all back together, minus fan belt. And got to do that exhaust thing down there, which means I got to jack the car up, but that's enough for tonight. Cue the air compressor. So, yep, be back tomorrow.
It's back together.
I'll start it, gets time to charge the battery, because green circle means good.
Green circle means nothing. Century, slap yourselves in the head.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Oh, are you think a crappy trailer full of rust, unable to move them out of the ground? These may cause some injuries. Don't worry, go see Jody at 3D Trailer Hire. Quality trailers built to handle even the toughest conditions. Always serviced and maintained. Don't bother with those old rusted buckets. Wait, there's more. Accessories, straps, and brake controllers. Don't delay. Book away. Search JD Trailer Hire on Google now.
Okay, so it's the next morning. I've done the manifold and everything, so let's crank it over. Put it in park.
No miss! Perfect! Just a squeaky pulley still. Okay, success! Island fine.
Either that pulley or that pulley. But yeah, oiling fine. Sitting stable, just under 1,000 revs. And that's, there's a bit of wobble, but not too bad. We'll stop it there because it's got no coolant in the system. But dry start, perfect. Do my happy dance, do my happy dance. Anyway, so yeah, now it becomes the risky time because once you add water to the system, if there's anything wrong with the engine, there's no going back. But she seems to be running all right, so it's time to put it full of fluid. Well, we have found a problem. A little O-ring at the front of the limb there is leaking. So I'm gonna drop this coolant and then fix that. And this one doesn't seem too bad, but I'm seeing a bit of discoloration down there, a little bit of green. So that's where it can come from. So yeah, it's not over yet. Good news is, I've looked over the car for a while now whilst it's been sitting there. That's the only place it's leaking because nothing's down the back. It's all dry, which is great. So nothing at the back of the motor is leaking. And that's just from that falling down. So, looks like the two O-rings, that one and that one, are a bit how you're going. I didn't actually know which O-rings to use in the kit because I don't label them. So I'm probably thinking I used the wrong ones out of that kit. So I'll just basically go get the right ones and re-put it on. All this fresh coolant that I just put in here. Gotta read. What a mess. Now that's a mess. Let's go take all this off again. Alright, so this O-ring leaked because it snapped. Somehow I think it got pinched when going in. So that one's useless. And this other one, it's I don't think it was the right one. So I'll swap that out. And yeah, cool. And a O-ring that fits it nice, good. Out of my packs of dozens, so it ended up being 15 by 2.65 size. And just for good luck, because I don't want to pull it off again, I'm just going to throw a bit of that just behind it. Okay, all back together. 19 by 2.65 for that one. So let's fill it up and see if anything leaks again. Alright, no leaks, which is good. And no leaks, which is good. That's from before, if you see that green. So let that slowly filter down. I'm going to jump under and do the auto now. Well, it's not too bad. There's definitely a bit of stuff rolling around in there, but clean all that out. And we'll see how it goes. One clean oil pan. Fresh filter installed. So let's put the pan back on and fill it full of fluid. Done. Great success. Yeah, we're good. So we'll drop the car down, we'll start it up, let it idle, and that's when we check the level again. So you want to make sure you've stored it up, put some oil through the converter and all the lines, and then basically, whilst it's idling, pull it out, check it, put it back in. Alright, so now, oil's done, fluid's done, everything's done. Start it up, put some heat into it, and bleed it all. Squeaky pulley time. Alright, so we're on our maiden voyage. Nothing to report yet, apart from that squeaky pulley. But it takes off alright. Drives fine, goes through the gears. So we'll just keep going and we'll see what happens. I gotta go get a haircut, so let's see if it makes it down the shops. Traffic jam. At least the this will test out the cooling of the engine. Seems to be running all right. All right, so got a fresh fade, driving around about 30 k's now. Seems to be fine. Got no issues. The unknown transmission seems to be a transmission and does what it needs to do. So yeah, that's all I can say. Job well done. No knocking whatsoever. I do have a bit of a weird noise. I just can't put my hand on it, but I don't know if it's coming from the unknown transmission or the engine. But all I can say is doing what it needs to do. So I'm going to finish the video here, and I will catch you guys on the next one, whenever that is. All GM Day, I think, will be that video. So, ta-ta, toodaloos, and see you on the flip side. Ready? Stop power! Seems like you're complaining a lot about 6 holes.
Well, you just send it? Or
What?
do we need to do that weird thing where we're supposed to like crank the motor over?
No, we gotta do that. We gotta do that thing when we crank the motor over. We gotta do it properly.
We can't just send it in this position.
Just send it 25 newton and just done.
just send it, all 6 of them.
Nah, we're gonna zero lash it because we're good boys.
Okay.
Would you like something to do the nuts up for you?
Yes. It's talk time.
I'll talk to you all night.
I'll talk
All
to
night
you.
long.
Oh, my stick's bigger than your stick.
I can't even see your stick. I mean this stick.
The big stick.
I'm gonna edit that out. Maybe not. I might not use this video. I don't want people to judge me. Yeah, I might just do it by hand.
Yeah.
People would judge me if I use that video. To make sure that... What are you doing in here? Start this again. So... I've stripped down the motor, prepped the head ray for removal, because... yeah, what am I going to say? Because Shauna the lazy ass isn't here right now. All I've got down to